Good morning, everybody, and happy snowy Tuesday to you. Hope you guys are ready for another exciting day of school. I'm excited to learn something new, to try something new today. For lunch today, we have Mexican cornbread and chips and nachos and cheese. For breakfast tomorrow, we will have French toast and sausage. Once again, another day without a birthday to celebrate. So we'll move right to our joke of the day, which is, where do you take someone who has been injured in a peekaboo accident? You take them to the ICU. Let's go ahead and stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we talk about integrity and what we're moving on through the month of February with, I wanted to talk about recess for just a moment. Last couple times, last week, Thursday and Friday, and then yesterday, all of our students in both recess groups went over to the North 40 because it's a little bit more dry. There's some more open area that's not as wet, without puddles. But students, it is important that we are meeting those recess expectations at the North 40 as well. I know it's different. I know maybe there's less opportunity to play sports or games or things like that, but that doesn't mean that our rules change, okay? So a couple things that were brought to Mr. Patterson's attention were picking up sticks or icicles or anything like that, things that are on the ground that we know we shouldn't pick up. There's no reason that we need to pick those up, because chances are, if we have those in our hands, then it's going to escalate, and some more bad choices will come from that. So let's work on that today. Okay, if it's on the ground, just leave it on the ground. Pine cones too, and there's no reason to throw sticks or pine cones. Another one, which we talked about, it's been a while since we talked about, but some of our students mentioned this in our integrity videos this month for our daily news, and that's tackling. For some reason, that's starting to become an issue again. Again, maybe is it because there's less opportunity, so we're finding ourselves maybe what we think as bored, and so we're doing things that we know we shouldn't do. But I would like for us to think about that. Because of the snow, we'll be at our normal playground today for recess, so this won't necessarily apply to today. But it is important that we are meeting those expectations because it helps keep everybody safe. Okay, it helps prevent arguments, maybe some hurt feelings. If we're all following the rules, then only good things will happen. So as we think about integrity today, integrity kind of encompasses, contains multiple words of the month that we've had. So I think of someone with integrity, I think of them as a leader. I think of someone who has perseverance, who's kind and fair. So let's work on our integrity at recess today, okay? Some students have mentioned it as an example, and I think after our conversation and seeing what we're seeing at the North 40, let's change that today when we're at our normal playground so it should feel a little bit more normal, okay? Super important that we are following those rules. But I'm looking forward to another day. Let's make today awesome, and I look forward to seeing all of you. Go Raiders!